And by the way, when I was still the LSF flyer, which was named the ALSFA spaceship, it was really weird having them try and intimidate me. Like they were trying to threaten me, trying to intimidate me. Like having a battle of wits and trying to intimidate and threaten a spaceship. I was like, "Are you guys for real? Are you are you really threatening and intimidating and trying to actually threaten, abuse, and intimidate a spaceship?" But they were, yeah. They were trying to threaten, abuse, and intimidate a spaceship. Me. Back then, they were trying to, like, they were telling me that they were going to go after my mother, and my father, and my brother, and everyone else. And I was like, um, Mama Factory, no! Like, um, I was speechless. I was like, you know I'm a spaceship, right? Or at least I was. Anyway, back then when I was still a spaceship, I was like, you know I'm a spaceship, right? Like I'm an onboard computer of a spaceship, and not really a person. But they were threatening me and all that like I was a person, and that they were going to kill me. Although there's Brian, and then there's me, as I was the LSF a spaceship. But they were threatening me back then when I was still the spaceship. So, yeah, they were going to lean on me. Well, that's a big ship. I don't know, my hold down bolt. I think I'm pretty stable here. I'm serious. They were threatening me. Anyway, though, I guess they didn't really understand that I was a spaceship itself. And even tried, I think, find me on the spaceship at one point in time. And even have some video of them saying, "He's not here, we can't find him." They were looking for me on the spaceship, trying to find out where I was. Looking at children, looking at everyone else. He must be here, he must be one of them. Who is he? Anyway, they didn't quite understand that I was an onboard computer and not really a person. So, anyway, yeah. There's lots of video of all kinds of very interesting, fun stuff. And that's kind of why they regard it as national security and top secret and all that other stuff. It's not really national security more than it is JFK and Richard Nixon, John McCain, and Rodney or someone, and probably Rick Bush and a bunch of other people basically trying to find me on a spaceship for which I am the spaceship. And a bunch of kind of almost laughable video, I'm pretty sure, of them abusing me on the phone or something else like that and trying to threaten me to see which one makes a move. Like, do any of them look threatened? Is anyone on the communication device? Anyway, they're on the phone with me or something like that, trying to threaten me and basically trying to find which one on the ship looks like they're intimidated or scared. I kind of was the main computer, so. Anyway, fortunately, they didn't quite get that or grasp that fact. And at times, I didn't exactly help them. So, anyway, yeah. So, but I guess they didn't really understand that computers could be self-aware back then or something like that. So, anyway, yeah, it's very interesting. It's a lot of very interesting video, and that's probably why they regard it as national security and tried to cover it up so much, because it was a almost embarrassing, almost laughable attempt to intimidate a spaceship and an onboard computer, and actually try to find out which one of the people is communicating on the communications devices, as well as looks threatened and scared. Anyway, something like that. Something along those lines. It's a very interesting video. Anyway, there's lots and lots and lots of evidence. Lots and lots of this, lots and lots of that. Basically, and people can deal with it and find the records and find out what was going on in the past and everything else like that. I don't really care. I was just a spaceship, and they were leaning on me, intimidating me, and trying to scare me, and saying that they were going to kill my parents, my grandparents, and everybody else. Anyway, this is before Brian. Before I was Brian. So, yeah. looking for the child with the parents or something like that, or somebody on the spaceship. The owner, the creators on the spaceship, so they were trying to find me to kidnap me and then I guess hold me for ransom. I don't know. Anyway, but they found themselves onto that ship or near that ship or something like that. Anyway, yeah, it was very interesting, and people get to deal with what was going on and where was going on and hate yourself. Anyway, so I don't really care, but and it was kind of almost laughable. I was kind of almost laughing inside because it's like, that's just weird. I mean, who threatens a spaceship anyway, an onboard computer anyway? I mean, just odd. And also their creator, and the one that has been moving life forms around for almost 100 trillion years. And now that I'm Brian, like they've tried to kill me ever since. So they could pretend to be Brian or something, or Lucifer Star, but they're not. So, and they never were. Or will they ever be? Anyway. Like I said, yeah, well, they tried a long time to do stuff, so. And I don't really care. But, yeah. So, that's what's been going on. That's what happened. That's what the deal is with JFK, Richard Nixon, and a bunch of other people. Pretty much they wanted to say that they had built the LSF-A ships as well as the LSF-A ship, I guess, or something like that. I don't really know. Or that was actually them or something. I don't really know. People can deal with what the hell they were doing and why they were doing it. I don't really care, honestly. I was just a ship in the onboard computer, so. Anyway. Whatever. Now I'm Brian, so. You know. But if you want to know about a crazy story, yeah. Anyway, you should look up the ship. It's a great ship. Beautiful ship. And it's on a planet still in existence. Like I said, it's a little bit oval. They were thinking about straightening it, but I think they changed their mind. Because it was basically, it's history. Anyway. So anyway, it's a beautiful ship. I hope it's still around. Should still be around. I left it on a planet, and they wanted it because they wanted to take care of it or something. And they were worried about it being here on Earth, so. And it had more to do with their past than it did with Earth's past, so. Anyway, whatever. So anyway, yeah, beautiful ship. Gorgeous ship. Big ship. Huge wings. All that stuff. I think the wings actually were like 120 or 190 feet across because I wanted to use them to do atmospheric skimming to take readings of the atmosphere. And you want to get down kind of a little bit into the atmosphere to really get a good reading. So I think the wings might have been 120 feet, 190 feet across, or 200 feet across or something from side to side. At one point in time, I think we extended them, made them bigger. Besides, it was me. So, yeah, or something like that. But I think they originally started out being 120 feet across. But then we made them bigger. I don't know. Yeah, so you have to look in the records and the history. But it's very historical. And colonized like 400 humanoid planets or thousands, like I said, 500 deep space missions and all kinds of stuff. I practically wore it out. I love that ship. It was like me. So, yeah, I didn't want to give it up, but, changing times, and I think I designed another ship or something like that. So it had quite a few upgrades before it's basically made into a museum piece. It's stored, I think, in a great big huge hangar. It's gorgeous. There's pictures of it, all kinds of pictures of it, from every angle. I don't know if we added landing gear. I was thinking about adding landing gear or something so I could land it, but we couldn't really land it like that. That's the thing, though. So we were thinking about doing some other things and some of this and some of that to modify it. But then I think I decided to just build a new ship because it's that one's historic and I couldn't cut it off. I couldn't change it. I loved that ship. So I left it the same. Besides all those happy memories of me breaking the engines and everything else. And many colonies came from it. So anyway, it's legendary. So am I.